What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Merry Christmas Eve. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this icy mint heart plaid Christmas set inspired by knot polish. I love to give credit where it's due, whether it be in the video or the description box. So I actually created this set with some new gels that I picked out from Nail Reserved. I'm obsessed with their gels. They have so many pretty colors, and this has to be my favorite batch that I've picked out so far. So I picked out 8 new shades to show you guys, and they also did send me over their no wipe top gel. And in case you haven't seen what their bottles look like, the names are on the front and they have the little swatch at the top of the bottle, and they are vegan and cruelty free gels, so that's always a plus. The bottles are 15 milliliter, and I do have a 50% off discount code with them on 2 or more items, so you can check the description box if you're interested in any polishes after the video. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the swatches. This first shade is called Winter is Coming, and this shade did look a lot lighter on the computer, but it's a little bit darker, but it's still a cute color. It's like a grayish purple shade. The next one is called Another Glass, and this is a baby blue shade. This one is pretty similar to the next one that I'm about to swatch. Like, when they were all swatched and everything, I really couldn't tell the difference, so I don't think you would need both. But this one is called Kiss and Tell. Apparently it's lighter than the other one, but yeah, they look the same when they're next to each other. So if one is out of stock, you could go for the other one, I guess. You don't need both, in my opinion. This next one is a pink shade called Melrose District, and this pink is bomb. I've been looking for a pink like this. It's so pretty. It's like, I don't know, I just love this shade of pink. You would think I have enough pinks, but we never have enough. This next one is called Spicy Sahara, and this is a sunflower yellow, which I've been looking for a nice sunflower yellow, so this is perfect because I only have like really bright yellows, I noticed. This next one is another blue that I've been looking for. I've seen it on like other people's nails and I wanted a blue like this. It's called Love Fling. It's just so pretty. I love this shade of blue. Definitely one of my favorites. And then the next shade we have is a really hot pink, and it's called Flamingo. This pink is super poppin', like especially for the summer and everything like that. Yeah, it's really pretty, like that Barbie hot pink. And this last color is called Ice Mint, which is a mint shade. This is definitely one of my favorites, and one of the reasons why I was like so excited about this batch, because I really wanted that mint shade for the design that I was going to do today. So yeah, I did actually apply a second coat off camera to all of them. I do cure each layer for 60 seconds, and as you can see, the gels are really nice and smooth and even shiny without a top coat. But I'm gonna go ahead and top coat all of them for you guys, and then go ahead and cure for 60 seconds and then show you guys the finished look. Okay, so here are all the colors after 2 coats and a layer of top coat, curing each layer for 60 seconds. I love all the shades that I picked, but yeah, as you can see, those 2 blue shades, Another Glass and Kiss and Tell, pretty much look the same. But yeah, other than that, all the colors are bomb. So if you guys are interested in any gels from Nail Reserve, definitely check out the description box for my code, because you can use my code on any gels. They have a bunch of colors on their site. I love their colors, and I love how their gels smell like bubblegum too. I forgot to mention that, but they smell so good. It almost makes you like want to eat them, but yeah, don't eat them. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. As you can see, I've already like applied my ballerina tips off camera, and I did go in with some isopropyl alcohol to dehydrate and 2 coats of primer. I used Mia Secret today because I can't find my Young Nails protein bond. I don't know what I did with it. I probably misplaced it, but yeah, I used the Mia Secret one today. I prefer the Young Nails, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, as you can see, I'm covering up my nail beds right now with this Queen Pink shade from Jasmine Torres Nails. This is actually the pink shade that I usually always have on my nails before I start my videos because like I usually leave that on my nails to file down. But today I'm going to be applying it to my entire nail bed area to cover up my nail beds, because the color that I'm going to be doing is a little bit like slightly sheer, and I just don't want my nail bed showing through the color. Believe it or not, I actually only use clear acrylic for this set, and I'll show you how. So what you're going to want to do is take some monomer, and I wanted to do like a sheer mint like base on my nails, so I'm taking that shade Ice Mint from Nail Reserve, and I'm placing like a few drops of it into my monomer, and then I'm gonna mix it together and use that to tint my monomer, basically, so that when I go in with the clear, it kind of like tints the clear acrylic and gives it like that mint color. So right now I'm kind of just like stirring around and testing out the color on my paper towel, but it was a little bit too light, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit more polish. I didn't really count how many drops I did. I kind of just did it by eye, basically. So yeah, I'm just kind of like mixing it up. You want to make sure it's mixed really good so that you don't get like polish stuck to your brush. You want it to fully dissolve in the monomer. So yeah, this was pretty good. After I applied a few more drops, it was exactly the color I wanted it to be, like a very like sheer mint shade. So yeah, this is the color I'm going to be using as the base on all of my nails. So I'm going to go ahead and start applying the color to my nails. It took a few beads to get the color how I wanted it to, but yeah, it turned out really pretty, exactly the color how I wanted it. I wanted mine to be a little bit more green and mint than the one that Not Polish used as their base. I did mine like slightly different than hers, but yeah, it was inspired by hers. Just I wanted more of like a minty vibe, if that makes sense, because I really wanted to do like a mint winter set, because I haven't done mint nails in a while, and I definitely haven't done a mint winter set. So I've done like pretty much every other color except for this. So I definitely wanted to, yeah, really put this color to work, because I love that mint shade that I received from them. But as you can see, after like building it up, it looks so pretty. Like even if you just wanted to use this color as a base on your nails, it would be so freaking pretty. As you could see, like up near the nail bed area, you could still see a little bit of the pink popping through, which I didn't want to see because it kind of looked weird. So I do end up like covering that up and going over it like one more time in a little bit. But yeah, it took a few beads, but we eventually got there. But it's so cool how like all you have to do is mix a few drops of the polish into your monomer, and you could literally tint your clear acrylic basically any color that you wanted to, not even just this color. It would also look pretty with that blue shade Love Fling. That would be a really pretty blue. And I guess if you wanted it to be more pigmented, you would just have to like apply more drops in there. I don't recommend like overloading it with the polish, because I'm not really sure how that would work out. Because yeah, it is polished, so if you use too much, you won't really get that effect. It's more for like that kind of like sheer look, which is how the base on Not Polish nails look like. So yeah, basically this bead was a little bit dry. It was like drying way too fast on me, so I was like trying to like brush it out. But yeah, we eventually got there. I had the worst headache while I was doing these nails too, so bear with me. I'm not on my best like application, but I had like a bursting headache, and I had to literally split this video into two separate parts. Like I had to finish it the next day. My head was like literally pounding, but I was determined to finish this video. So I hope you guys do like this set in the end. I'm just going to go ahead and apply the rest of the acrylic on these nails, and then we'll get to the next step. Alright, so now that the base on the nails is applied, I'm going to take a little bit of clear acrylic and apply some of these holographic blue snowflakes on the pointer finger and the pinky. Just two of them, like towards the bottom of the nail on the pinky and the top of the nail on the pointer finger. And the reason I'm doing this is because later on I'm going to be painting plaid on the nails, and I wanted like some encapsulated snowflakes, you know, to kind of like go with the nail. So it kind of looks like plain and boring right now, but after we put the nail art on top, you could see the vision, like where I was going with it basically. So yeah, these are just like two little snowflakes, and I am going to be encapsulating these nails with clear acrylic to like kind of like build up the structure of the nails. Just that green color was not enough. These are really long nails, so with longer nails you definitely want structure, so I use the clear acrylic to build up the structure of my nails and my apex and stuff like that. So right now I'm building up the free edge of the nail with my first bead. That's what I usually use my first bead to do. So I place it like right under the smile line, and I make sure that I work with the acrylic until it's pretty much set, instead of just like, you know, slapping the beads on, because when you do that and you don't really wait for the acrylic to fully dry, the acrylic can tend to spread and run off to the sides, and it will like widen your shape. So I kind of like pat the sides and the tip of the nail to keep the shape while I'm working. And then the next two beads I usually go in are the beads that I use to build my apex. So it's like a 3-bead method. And then I do look at the nail to see if I need to add in any more acrylic, especially on the nails with the snowflakes, because if you've ever worked with these snowflakes before, you know that the little edges like to pop up and you have to like go back and add a little bit more acrylic to cover them. So that's what I do. But usually the second bead is like at the smile line, and then the third bead is the cuticle bead to build the apex. When I place my cuticle bead down, I don't place it right at the cuticle, because if you do that, it'll kind of run and flood the cuticle. You want to place it a little bit underneath and kind of work it up in the cuticle area. And as you can see, there was like a little dip there, probably because I had the pink underneath there, and then when I went with the green, it kind of made the apex a little bit higher, especially after adding the clear. So I'm just going to fill in that little dip there with some more clear acrylic. But yeah, I basically do the same thing on every nail. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start filing my nails. I usually start by debulking them. So I am using my new Melody Susie MR5 nail drill with a medium grit ceramic drill bit. This one comes with the drill. So yeah, I usually start by going around the cuticle to get the cuticle area down really low to seal it. I really like this bit, especially for around the cuticle area, because I'm able to get behind the cuticle area and seal it with just this bit. Sometimes I do like to go in with a cuticle bit, but with this drill bit I really don't need to. So yeah, I'm all about saving time while I'm working. And then I just kind of like smooth over the entire nail. Like I either go side to side or file up and down with my drill to smooth over the nail. And like you can kind of feel over your nail if you have any bumps or anything. And you do want to file along the sidewalls as well. The sidewall should be the thinnest part of your nail, and you should have that little hill that's your apex. And then your nail should get gradually thinner towards the free edge. I also use my drill to kind of like take in the sides of the nail to like pre-shape it before I go in with my hand file. It just saves time as well with like the hand filing and everything like that. And you do also want to file underneath your nails to make sure there's nothing underneath there, especially if you're doing a shear set, because you don't want that to show through. To shape up the nails, I'm going to use my 180 grit nail file, and I'm just going to zoom out really quick because it was a little too close and it was kind of going out of focus. But I'm just going to use my hand file and like file at an angle, like in towards the tip of the nail. Since these nails are ballerina shape, they do come like pre-shaped, so to kind of redefine the shape, you just hold your file at an angle and file in towards the tip of the nail. And I do kind of like file over the surface of the nail to like further neaten up the shape if I feel like I need to. And then of course I go in and buff out the scratches. To start the design, I'm gonna do the plaid first. So the colors that I'm using for the plaid are another glass, which is the shade that I'm using right now to start making some lines on the nail. I'm doing like some thicker lines and some thinner lines. I'm using the detail brush that I usually use from Savalan, from their brush set, which is linked in my Amazon store if you were wondering. So yeah, I'm just making some lines with that color first. As you can see, it's a really light blue, so it almost looks white sometimes against the mint, so that's pretty cool depending on what color you use it with. And I am going to be curing as I go because yeah, I don't want to mess it up. I have a tendency to do that. So I'm also going to be using that really pretty blue shade Love Fling to make more lines on the nails, and I'm also using the mint shade Ice Mint. Then I'm also going to be using this glittery green shade from Madame Glam. It's called Say Freeze. I really wanted to use a glittery shade for some of the lines, and I didn't have a green shade from Nail Reserve, so I thought this would be the perfect one. And Not Polished kind of had like a glittery green shade on their set as well, so I feel like it made the plaid kind of like stand out more. Now that the plaid's done, I'm going to start by doing the heart. And excuse the lighting, I'm not really sure what happened in this clip, but it goes back to normal afterwards. Nothing really changed. I don't know why it looks like kind of like faded, but yeah, whatever. So first I'm going to start by drawing the first outline of the heart. For this, it was a little bit tricky, and I had to like put my hand like down so I could see. So from the angle that you guys are looking at, you probably can't really tell like how the heart is shaped, but you do want to like kind of curve it inwards like a heart. From the angle that it's at, it doesn't look like that, but it actually is. But yeah, I had to see what I was doing. I was really focused on this. But yeah, first I'm going in with that shade from Madame Glam called Say Freeze to draw the first line for the heart. So I'm putting my nails close together to line them up, which was not easy, like trying to get it like perfectly even. The best way I could say to do it is to like put your nails cuticle to cuticle and just like hold it like that and kind of like draw it. I am going to cure each line as well. So now I'm going in with that shade Another Glass, and I'm basically tracing over my previous line like on the outside of it with this color on both sides, again lining them up to make sure that they match so that when you put it together it looks like one big giant heart. So yeah, this was a very tedious process, and I was not about to do the same thing on my other hand because I would have been there probably for like 4 hours trying to do it. So I actually ended up doing like candy cane nails on the other side, but it still actually all went together really nicely. I think it would have been too much if I did this on like both hands, because yeah, I think one side is good enough since it's like so much to it, you know. So yeah, once you're like comfortable with how that looks, go ahead and cure that, and then after that I'm going to trace over that line with the darker blue Love Fling, basically the same thing. And again, you kind of want to like curve it around like a heart. Sometimes when I turn my hand you could see how it is, but I know at the angle that I'm at it kind of just looks like it's not even shaped like a heart, but it actually is, as you could see in the beginning of the video and the thumbnail. But yeah, the angle, I had my like nail facing towards me, but yeah, you get the point. For the last outline, I'm going to go back in with that dark green shade from Madame Glam and do the final outline. This is where you could really like curve it around and really like define the heart shape how you want it to. And you can also do that with the bling when you go in with the bling afterward. So now I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of my rhinestone gel to apply some bling around the heart, and this is really going to make everything pop. So I'm using some light blue rhinestones and a couple darker blue ones. So you want to use like really small ones towards the inner and outer part of the heart, so it really keeps that heart shape, if you know what I mean. So I'm mainly using the light blue rhinestones, but towards the top I'm using the darker blue ones. It kind of gives like a little pop of sparkle like up towards the top of the heart, which was really pretty. But yeah, definitely use really small stones on the inner and outer parts of the heart to keep that heart shape. I'm also going to go ahead and line the nails up and apply a very small blue rhinestone towards the edge, like in the middle of both sides, because this is where I'm going to be drawing the snowflake. It's going to be like a big snowflake, so you're going to want to line those little stones up, so that when you go in and draw your snowflake, everything, you know, lines up. So I'm going to start by drawing the lines using that shade Another Glass. So I start by drawing the lines first. I do 5 lines and I put the nails together and line them up, and I'm going to cure that and then go in and add the details. To add details to the snowflake, I'm gonna make some lines on each line that I drew. This will really just like add some details to the snowflake, and it looks like you actually spent a while on it. But yeah, I decided to do 2 lines because that's about all I could fit. This was really fine detail, so yeah, I had to like turn my nail. But as you can see, me turning my nail that way, you could really see like the shape of the heart. Like it's just the way that my hand is facing the camera. It kind of looks like it's not shaped that way, but it actually is. But yeah, you really want to keep your hands close together, because one false move and it will be uneven. So you definitely want this design to come out even on both sides. That's the whole point of like when you put your nails together, that it makes one piece. then to further add some details to the heart, I'm gonna make some like icicles dripping down with that shade Another Glass. So I'm kind of making like a line like right underneath the heart, and then basically just drawing some lines underneath that and connecting them, which gives it that icicle look. And before I cure, I'm gonna pour some fine white glitter over it to give it that sugar effect. And finally, to finish everything up, I went ahead and applied a little bit of McCart rhinestone gel to the pointer fingernail and the pinky nail to apply a little bit of bling accents to these nails. And I'm going to cure that and then just go ahead and top coat the nails with the No White Top Gel. I am going to top coat in between the sugared like icicle part on the two like heart nails, because I thought of that like just off the top of my head that I was going to add that in. At first I wasn't going to, and then I kind of thought of it, but you should probably do that like after you top coat. But yeah, it is what it is. I actually didn't get any of the top coat on it, so I was happy about that. And I will be top coating under these nails since the base is sheer. But yeah, I hope you guys like this set. I hope you guys enjoy your Christmas. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave for more nail tutorials and reviews, and hit the bell so you get notified when I actually post a video. And if you're not following me on Instagram or TikTok, make sure you follow me so we can stay connected on there. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Merry Christmas. Bye. Love you guys.